Hi everyone, I am Prateek from the Hives and I warmly welcome you all to my YouTube channel again. So after my first video, I had couple of requests from viewers that they wanted to see a sheet metal bracket, how do we remaster in automotive industry. So here we are with an example so that you will get an idea how to do it. So whenever you see such components, try to analyze the basic shapes out of it. Basic shapes, I mean to say a rectangle, circle or a line, so that you can get a starting point and build your model. So getting a starting point in such models while we do remastering is really important. So I generally start with basic rectangle and circle rather than creating a profile sketch. So what do I mean by creating profile sketches? So what designers are doing in an industry right now is, and even in a few of the institutes, they will teach to go with the profile sketch like this. So drawing a profile sketch will always leads to have more dimensions and constraints. So if we draw a simple rectangle, it will need only 4 dimensions to get it fully constraints, and when we go with the profile sketches, it will need more dimensions than 4. It can be 7, 8 or more than that. Even you go with the fillets, it will need more dimensions, and it really becomes difficult to edit and handle such profile sketches whenever we want to change the geometry. So basically try to understand why do we need to remaster the model from the dump. We do it because we wanted to change the basic shapes or change the dimensions of a component and make it more parametric so that it becomes easily editable, and this is what is needed. It's not about just completing a component and checking whether it's matching or not to exactly what the dumb model is available with us. So there are some strategies how to do it. So I'm gonna show you and let's get started with it. So what I'm gonna start with is basic rectangle. So start with a rectangle. So I have taken a coordinate system point exactly at the center mounting point. Okay, so it becomes easy. I'm drawing a rectangle right now. I'll start with a point. You can give the constraints like point on curve. So after you given constraint to limit the geometry, just delete it. Just delete the constraint and give the dimensions. Now the dimensions might be in points or multiple decimals. It's completely okay, no matter. Height, you can go with the nominal heights. Anyhow, we do want to trim it afterwards, so height doesn't much matter. So this is the basic rectangle. Finish it. I'll extrude it from both the sides. Always use symmetric, so it becomes really easy. So now if you check, we do have a draft here, both the ends. Now we need to find out the exact edges. So what you can do is simply delete the blends. Instead of clicking on single, you can go here with connected blends and just click, so the blends will get removed. Now whenever you remove these blends, you will see that the vertical face have segments too. Now these segments will tell you about the draft is given after this fillet and the face, so you need to always take care about the segments of the faces. to understand how the draft flow is about. So now I'll simply match these edges. I'll just shift it above and then again change it. So it seems exactly to be matching. Now we have to draw a chamfer. So give a chamfer command, have an asymmetric value. I'll roughly go with the dimension. I'm not matching it exactly because I do not know the dimensions. So you need to find out the dimensions out of it. What I'll do is I'll delete this blend again. Now I'll use single face and delete this to find out the edge. You can start measuring it, the dimensions, right from this end to the edge. I am sorry for that. This seems to be 37 point something. So simply copy this dimension, go into the chamfer, check out the value and simply paste it. That's it. Now simply again go ahead with measuring dimensions from this to the edge. So this is showing something 27.82. Copy the complete dimension so that you'll be able to match the geometry exactly. Because while remastering, we do not know the starting and end point what the first designer has assumed that. This is what we get, the dimension and points. So what I'll do is I'll delete this blend and simply again apply it. So 20, 25, 30, it seems to be okay. So now give draft. So giving a draft, always use vectors rather than any XYZ axis. Always use the coordinate system what you have used to create a basic sketch and extrude. So you need to have all the dependencies only on the axis system, so it will make more parametric. I'm gonna give with let's say 2 degrees draft and have selected the profile. I'm going with tangent curves of extrude. So it seems 2, 3, 5 and 5 seems to be okay. Select the other edge. Yep. So now we have these edges exactly matching. So again I'll delete the first command, delete face what we have used. I'm gonna give planes again. 2, 3, 4, 5. It seems to be okay. So this is what we have achieved, the basic geometry. You can start creating feature groups as well while when you reach out to the first step. So you can go with basic geometry or basic tunnel or whatever you are comfortable with, or the other designer or anyone should understand the history. I'm gonna go with the front sketch now. So we have a circular mounting here, so I'm gonna start with a circle. It seems to have dimension of, let's say 15. Yep, it's matching. And say again draw a sketch, give proper dimension, it's 5. Yep. So now you can simply extrude it. I'll prefer the vector for extrusion. Now I'm gonna give limit. So what I'll do is I'll use until extended and then this face, so that the extrude will be at the matching face to the basic rectangle what we have done. So now I'm going with unite command and I'll apply the blend here to match this. Let's say 1, 2, I guess it's 3. So it seems perfectly matching at the front end. At the rear end, we'll see here that we have a draft. So we need to measure the draft exactly what angle it is. Go with analysis. Simply start measuring the angle, z-axis and the plane. It seems to have 143 something. You can always copy this because remastering generally will be used in CAD test, so you do not have much time to get the basic things done or basic calculations get done. So allow to have it to the software. I'll go with the single edge. Yep, and just simply 180 minus an angle, paste it, change the vector and say okay. That's it. This is how you can save your time rather than calculating what exactly the angle is. No, you do not need it. Okay, so now we are left with the bottom one cut out here and the weld flange. So due to the length of the video is getting much more and the time will increase, so what I'll do is I'll continue this model in next video, that's part 2. Okay, so stay tuned till then and thank you for watching. Bye bye.